We're back with Ken Peavy from Max Credit Union for our Ask the Financial Expert segment this morning. We have a caller on the line. What's your question?
My name is Patrick Jackson, and I just wanted to get some info on the which way would be the best route to take. To make the long story short, I have rental property. You still there?
Yes.
Yes.
I have rental property, and we have 2 houses that's going to be paid for in the year 24. And we bank with PNC Bank, and we have a 3rd house that they said that we need to refinance. And I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best way to do this. And it's a small amount of money. It's not a large sum of money. Mm-hmm. And we're a member of the Max Credit Union, and I was just trying to figure out what would be the best way to solve these problems.
Sure, great question, and thanks for being a member of Max. But yeah, rental properties, obviously the goal with rental properties is cash flow, where you have them paid off, and therefore they're paying you each month versus you paying into that piece of property. So if the refinancing option on that 3rd piece of property, I would ask them to show you the numbers if that's really going to allow you to pay that rental property off so you can have that cash flow each month, or if you're using it to maybe purchase another rental property, that's a different strategy too. Something you may want to talk with a financial advisor about to kind of crunch those numbers. But as far as which option you should do, really look at it. What's the end goal for you? Is it to have that piece of property paid off so you get that rental income each month as income, or is it to maybe build up to buy another rental property? But that's a great question. It just kind of depends upon what your overall strategy is for your rental properties.
And he mentioned something. He mentioned 2024. He said they're already looking and they're going to have some things paid off in 2024. A lot of people may be focused on Christmas or may feel a little down because they didn't reach their goals for 2023. Even if you didn't, let's say, make your mark or do what you felt like you needed to do for 2023 financially, how can you restart with that new year?
Yeah, I mean, the best time to start doing that is planning now. I tell people you can't go back in the past and change things. If you didn't meet those goals, don't beat yourself up. Just say, hey, I'm going to make a new plan to go forward. And then also by doing it kind of this time of the year, it may help you out when you're budgeting for Christmas shopping and so forth. You said, hey, I don't want to overspend. I want to stay in the budget because I've got these goals I really want to take care of in 2024. But I think a little bit of planning, just write down maybe 4 or 5 goals that you want to achieve in 2024 and then say, okay, how do I get to that point? I think that's really going to help you as far as how you spend your money, how you invest it, how you take out debt and so forth.
A lot of people may be in more debt this past year than they were before because of inflation, because of interest rates. They may have a higher interest rate on their credit card than they did before. Things just cost more in general than they did in the years past. How can people kind of dig themselves out of that if they are going into the new year and they feel overwhelmed with this debt?
Sure. Another great question. I tell people that, because of inflation, because especially like grocery prices and so forth, people are using a lot more credit debt than they were maybe 18 months ago. So sometimes it can kind of get away from you. What I tell people is look at those credit cards. If you've had them for a while, maybe want to call that credit card company and say, hey, can you lower my rate? Sometimes they don't do it automatically, but if you request that, they can look and see if you've been on time and so forth. Also, consolidating debt is a great way to kind of look at, hey, can I put these all into one payment, get it paid off a little bit faster? Maybe instead of a revolving debt, move to more of a term, if that's your ultimate goal to get that paid off. But the main thing is to write out what you owe, what the interest rate is, set a budget. Don't pay a little bit extra on everything. Look at what your highest interest rate is first. Try to pay that off first, and then make the minimum payments on your other debt. Once that's paid off, kind of shift down to the next. So it's just kind of a snowball effect. You kind of build up, and you'll pay off your debt much quicker.
Because especially if you have a high interest rate on a credit card and you're paying just the minimum, it may feel like you're just in this long circle of debt when it comes to that credit card.
It is. You just have to come to a mindset that I'm going to get rid of this and work a plan, and then don't get yourself back into it. But if you haven't been doing that, it's okay. You can always start today and start afresh.
Now's the time to start.
That's right. Absolutely.
Ken, thanks so much for joining us here on Alabama Live. We appreciate it.